Okay, so in 7-7, we're gonna talk about applying exponential and power functions. Writing equations of exponential and power functions, okay? That's what we're gonna do.
We're gonna be graphing again?
We're not graphing, we're
Yay!
writing equations,
Oh,
Yay!
okay?
maybe we can actually do
So
this.
there's like basically rules that we're gonna follow to do this, steps for each kind. What type of function is that when it says y equals a b to the x? Yes,
Exponential.
exponential. It's an exponential function because the exponent is the x part, right? It's in the x spot. It's in the exponent spot. Okay? So we are going to,
That's crazy, you spell X, but X, EX, like.
okay, so when I have that and it says write an exponential function whose graph passes through 112 and 108, what does that mean I have to work with there?
You have to plug in the points it gives you into the equation.
Kind of. The problem is this, if I plug the points in, what points does it give me? It gives me what values? It gives you 112 and 108 are what type of values?
1, 2, oh, those are X and Y values.
They're X and Y values. The problem is I have A's and B's up in here too, yes?
Yup.
So I'm going to make an equation. I'm going to make two equations. That's the first step. One with the points 112 and one with the points 108. I'm going to plug them in respectively to where they go, the X and Y spot.
Right.
So 12 equals A, B to the first. Okay, and my other equation is 108 equals A, B cubed. Now, the next step you want to look at is you want to say, I want to solve one of those equations for A. Okay, here's what your clue is. Whichever B has the smaller exponent, that's the equation you want to work with.
Whichever B has a smaller exponent, so the 1.
So the 1. So to solve for A here, I'd simply divide by B to the first, correct?
Yes.
And you get 12 over B to the first equals A.
Yeah.
I'm going to now take that
What just happened?
and plug it in to the A of the other equation.
Oh.
How did you do that?
She
I
just
just
divided,
divided by
she just
B to
divided
the
the
first.
B.
You plugged it in.
She just divided the B.
I'm so confused.
Look. She just wrote the problem,
Mm-hmm.
you put the 12 in for the Y, the
Okay.
1 in for the A, I meant the 1 in for the X,
Uh-huh.
and then you divide by B1 because you take the smaller exponent. You're not even paying attention. This is what I'm talking about.
No, I'm paying attention.
I didn't mean to throw that shit.
So then I'm going to plug A in here, okay? So I have 108 equals 12 over B to the first times B cubed, yes? Okay. The reason I wanted the smaller exponent down here is because when you have something that is larger on top, what do you do with the exponents? Subtract them. So you get 108 equals 12b squared.
How you know?
Because it's a rule.
And then you divide by.
Because when you're dividing, it's subtracting, and when you're
Divide by
So
12.
basically, B to the third is on the top, is that what you're
Yeah,
saying?
because technically it's over 1 right here.
Yeah.
Okay? So now I divide by 12. Yes, Olivia, divide by 12. I get b squared equals, what's 108 divided by 12? 9. And so b, I have to then take the,
Square root.
and remember because remember in these equations, b is never negative. My negative comes with my a. So when I take the square root here, it's not plus and minus as an answer, it's just
Plus.
positive, okay?
Right.
So b is 3. Now what do you think I do with this?
plug it into the.
Y equals
First
ABX.
equation.
How about
First
we plug it
one.
back in here so we can actually find what a
We
is?
gotta
I
find
just didn't get to
Yes.
finish my sentence.
So we plug it in, so you get 12 over,
Wait, I thought that was A.
no, well it is, but
But you
a
have
is
to
not an
figure it
actual
out.
number right now, right?
Oh, so we had to get up.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 12 over 3 to the first equals a, which means a equals what?
4.
4. 12 divided by 3 is 4.
Yeah, my fault.
You're good.
I fell.
Now look, I have an a, I have a b. My equation is
Y.
y equals 4 times 3 to the x.
Can we sit on this for a second?
Yep.
So can we say Y equals 12x?
I don't think
No,
you can physically
no,
sit
no,
on
no.
that.
Because it's exponential, remember your a and b cannot be multiplied together because that exponent's there. You'll remember
That
that.
really scared me.
No,
no.
Olivia, are you kidding?
So the confusing part.
And they say I'm the wicked witch.
So look,
Oh,
Okay, so what?
you always
You are very
take
mean
the
with
smaller
Sophia.
number.
Well, I'm saying is I'm
and then since it equals 8, plug it in there.
Correct, to the other equation, that's why we have
Drop it
two.
down.
I'll get you my pretty little dog too.
You take the smaller one.
Oh, you just subtract.
Yeah, yeah.
This is like the one we did earlier
Yep.
this year with like the 3 different numbers, like
Take the
the
smaller
3
one.
different equations.
I do the, I look at which one has the
Yeah.
smaller
I do this one
power.
every year.
And then solve for me that way, so that way I subtract the power.
No, we're not graphing.
Yeah, yeah.
We're just finding patterns for the
Okay.
graph.
Now, here's something that's
No,
gonna
we're
like
not
be a little weird, you've never done this before, but it's really not difficult, it's plugging stuff in, okay?
Oh, you always say that.
Here's the deal, a set, if you're transforming exponential data, I can transform exponential data into a linear function.
Oh.
Good question.
That's way.
I'm excited there.
So here's how you do this, there are 7.
5 more.
If you take a set of more than 2 points, x and y, okay, so you have to have a set of points, gotta be more than 2 in order to do this. And it fits an exponential pattern, okay? If it fits this exponential pattern, it only does that if, when transformed into x, l, n, y, it will fit a linear pattern. So what they did is, they took this exponential pattern and they changed all the y's into ln y, meaning they took ln, plugged 1/4 in, and pressed enter, and got this out, negative 1.39. So you're literally just using your calculator. There is nothing funny. KJ.
of this?
Why?
Well, it's because they transform back and forth to make things, and it shows you that they're inverses of each other that way.
So wait,
Oh,
what is
okay.
inverse?
How do we
What is-
know
what is-
whoever created math? How do we know they're right?
That's what I've been saying this
Olivia.
whole
I
time.
believe like a
How do
shrimp,
we
I
know
believe
they're
they were off the shrooms.
Guys, focus.
I can prove it.
Now listen.
I bring you freaking
Guys.
six and
Focus. Now listen, if they give you a table like they do here, they're going to tell you what you're doing, okay? They'll tell you if you have to multiply by ln or not,
Okay, that's good.
okay? So you just have to follow steps. So here it says, a store sells like scooters. The table shows the number of scooters sold during the X year that the store has been open. So in year 1, they sold 12. In year 2, 16, and so on and so forth, okay? Draw a scatter plot of the data pairs x, l, and y. That tells me to take every y point and type it into my calculator with ln and get a new point out. That's what I'm drawing the scatter of. So my year is x, okay? My y is ln y now. My years are 1, 2, is it through
I'm
7?
gonna cry.
Yeah.
Okay? So then if I plug ln 12 into my calculator, I get this out, 2.5. Here's why we do this. Sometimes with exponential functions, we have massive numbers to deal with, yes? And it is very hard to graph something that's at, like over here, 108
Ah,
and 12, correct? That would be crazy to graph.
Is Ellen 12 2.5?
Yes. So if we change all of our y outputs into ln, it will make it smaller numbers so I can graph it.
I have a question.
Yes, what? ln
Is
16.
there gonna be a pattern?
Is there what?
There's gonna be a pattern.
Yeah, it's the same thing for everything we're doing. ln 25, 3.2. ln 4,
Because it's
is
4, 9, 11, 14, 13.
1.4. ln 5,
Nope, I went down.
1.6. ln 6, 1.8. And ln, oh wait, I'm being stupid, that's why I'm plugging in just these numbers, because I'm dumb and not looking.
No, that's okay. You're plugging in
ln 4 is 36, right? So it's 3.6. Ugh. Thanks, Devin, for being smart and saying. ln 50 is 3.9.
I know what this
Guys, stop. Don't come complain to me on Friday. ln 67, 4.2, and ln 7, ln 96 is 4.6. Okay. Now that's the easy part. It says make a scatter plot of that, so I would draw a scatter plot. I'm labeling this my x-axis, and this is my L and y axes.
Oh, it's gotta be one. L and Y is one line.
Okay? So 1 through 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the highest I go is 4.6. Okay, so 1, 2.5, 2, 2.8, 3, 3.2, 4, 3.6, 5 is 3.9, 6 is 4.2, and 4.6. So something like this. Does that look like a line?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, then I know it's exponential.
Wait.
Because if when I transform the y into natural log of y, and it becomes a line when I scatter plot it, it's an exponential function.
So
Now,
before it went like this.
it says find an exponential model of the original data. Exponential model is in this form, right? Y equals a b to the x. Remember how when you have point slope form
Yes.
for lines?
Why
We're gonna
you
use
make
point slope form with natural log.
Well, wouldn't that make us our B like have like a decimal in it?
Yes, but that's fine, you're going to have decimals. How do I find a slope? You do what and what?
You count up and then over.
No,
Yes.
Slope, you say y equals mx plus b?
no, how do I find
Y
this?
plus
Oh.
2 minus y sub 1 over.
Yeah, change in y over change in x.
You can
Pick
count.
2 points. Here's what I suggest. Always pick the first point and then pick some points a little bit away from there. Because the further it is away, the truer the value you're going to get of what you're looking for. So I'm going to choose 5, 3.9, and 1, 2.5. Okay? So I'm choosing 5, 3.9, and I'm choosing 1, 2.5. So change in y is 3.9 minus 2.5 over change in x, 5 minus 1. On bottom I get 4, up top 3.9 and 2.5 is going to be like 0.64, is that right? No, 1.4? Divide by 4 and you should get 0.35. That's my slope, okay? Now, of the 2 points you use, choose one of them. What are you doing?
I was looking at the camera. I was trying to.
Of the points you choose one of them to be your y1 and your x1. Meaning, I'm going to choose 1 and 2.5 because they're the smallest numbers. Get it off your head now.
Are you serious right now, Carly?
Just trying to help you out.
Okay, so you have this equation now. ln minus y1 equals my slope times x minus x1, yes? Because I'm using point slope formula, because it's a line. ln y minus y1, y1 is 2.5, equals my slope, 0.35 times x minus 1. Distribute that, 0.35x minus 0.35 equals negative 2.5 ln y. Add 2.5 to both sides, like you solve any of these other equations. ln y equals 0.35x, and what is 2.5 minus, you get 2.15.
I understood all this until you.
Now, how do you get rid of ln?
You go to
E.
That's gonna be
E
the
to the ln y equals e to the 0.35x plus 2.15. This cancels. Now, here's what you need to understand. I'm going to draw an arrow up here. Y now equals, and I need to separate these two portions out because when you're adding exponents, what are you actually doing? Multiplying. So I'm going to write it out so that it says e to the 0.35x, okay, times e to the 2.15. Because I can plug e to the 2.15 in my calculator and get a number. Okay, so I'm going to do that, and I get 8.6. So y equals 8.6 e to the 0.35x. There's the equation in exponential form.
And that's all you don't divide it and try to.
Nope,
put the
that's
X.
all they want.
So A would be 8.6 and B would be.
Yes.
Wait,
I was good up until.
Yeah, in a minute. How about you let me finish the rest of the lesson?
we
I was
keep
good
it
up
in
until
that-
point. I was good up until
Problem.
0.35, and then
we
he
keep
lost
it in
me.
that y equals AB.
Yeah, we just made it into the exponential form here.
Yeah,
Because x is still in my exponent, my b is my e, and my a is 8.6.
That's a little confusing.
Okay,
yeah, thanks.
Let's try one more of these. Pick one of those 3 problems to do.
Two.
The,
2.
the.
That's so funny. The other class picked 2 also.
Man, that's a hard one.
2, 8,
No.
3 is easy.
and 3, 32. Tell me, how do I start this?
You're gonna, okay, plug the numbers in for each one, but you're gonna start with this side that has a 2 as the X.
Beautiful.
Good job,
So
Vivian.
8
I didn't
equals
understand.
AB squared, and this equals 32 equals AB cubed. What am I doing over here?
You're going to put,
Divide by
B
B
over.
Divide by B
Yeah,
squared.
yeah. Put
Divide by
under
B
under
squared.
two. Yep.
And A equals 8 over B squared. What do I do with this?
You
You're
plug
gonna
it in.
plug it into the
Good.
the B.
32 equals 8 over B squared times B cubed. What does that mean happens?
You,
B, just B.
8 equals,
Wait,
or
we don't
8
have a
plus
table.
B, because it's just gonna be B.
Good.
We're not
Because
doing
3 minus, no, this is something,
Divide
this is
by
back
8,
to the
you're gonna
first one.
get
Equals 1.
4B.
Good. B equals 4. Now what do I do with this?
Plug it into the equation to the left.
First and then the other equation.
8 over 4 squared
16.
equals A. What's 8 over 16 reduced down to?
1/2.
So A equals 1/2. Good.
And you plug
Plug
it
that
into
bad
the
boy
very
into the
top.
original.
Yeah, y'all
The
be
OG
mad fast, bro.
This is the very first one that we did.
I
Now,
don't care.
what type of equation is happening? Growth or decay?
Decay.
Why?
Oh,
Because it's not a whole number.
It's a
Because half
fraction.
is, because your A is
You know what
half.
this is like? This is like giving me directions and letting me lead the pack and not keeping up with me.
Okay.
You like following the pack.
I follow so y'all know. I like to lead, but if I lead, y'all not gonna be able to keep up. That's how I feel with this match.
You're a mess. Okay, let's talk about this one. This is a little different. Look at this form. What does this form say?
Y.
This is y'all.
Y equals
AX.
AX to the B.
But now the B
Okay.
is exponent.
This is exponential. That is what?
Math.
Not exponential.
Not
This is
exponential, it is
Non-exponential.
Y'all drunk.
power function. It is a power function. Okay? Because my B is in the power spot, it is a power function. Okay? Now you have the points 3, 2, and you have the point 6, 9. What do you think you're gonna do with those?
Let's go.
Yeah.
Same thing, you're gonna plug them into the X and Y, right?
Slow down, slow down.
So here you get
Yeah.
2 equals A times 3 to the B.
How are we?
Oh, we're gonna talk about that.
We can't find
Here you get 9 equals
A.
A times
6.
6 to the B.
So
16.
So,
divide by A.
no, what do you mean divide by A?
So it would be 2A equals 3B. 3 to the B.
No.
Okay.
We want to still solve one of these for A. Okay.
So you still, you would divide.
So still take whichever number is smaller here. Divide by 3 to the B, okay? A equals 2 over 3 to the B. We're still doing the same thing right there. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Now, we are going to plug this into
The other equation.
Yeah.
9 equals, okay? 2 over 3 to the B, 6 to the B. Yes?
Can you add like terms?
Wait. Oh, yeah.
Can't you?
Because it's over 1.
Do you put 6 over 1?
Do you think what? Yeah, 6 is over 1, guys, always.
Yes.
But here's the thing. What's 6 to the B and 3 to the B? Yes?
Yes.
Do you to
Okay.
to the B.
What's 6 divided by 3?
2.
2.
9 times, or 9 equals 2 times 2 to the B.
This is big, bro.
Wait,
Wait,
Where'd
that
you get
can't be
this?
right.
basically just skip the step without telling
It
us.
is right. I did not skip a step.
Why did you
You're
divide?
simplifying these
Wait,
fractions.
why'd you
So
divide
it's
by?
2/3 over 6.
Because
6, you can reduce these. They're not the same base, so you can't subtract them.
Oh, so you could.
Ah. Over here, I can subtract because these are the same base. It's the base of B, yes?
Yeah.
Wait,
So the exponent subtract. Here,
She
3 and
cross-divided.
6 are not the same base.
You
So you
cross
have to-
divided.
So you just reduce that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then leave 2 by itself.
Because because the 2 is still up, the 2 from this fraction, I didn't do anything with it. It's still there.
No, you cross divided.
Yeah, but you
I
get,
simplified. I went like this and simplified.
Cross division.
Okay, so you get 2 times 2 to the B.
So wait, 12
Okay.
over 3.
yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah, I'm making up my own math.
So now, what do you think,
It's 2/3 times 6.
what do you think you do from there?
You put the 6
You-
over.
It's cross division, bro.
I just wanna window is.
Is that a?
Can't you,
is that a nine
subtract the
or
two?
a?
First
Or
of
you
all,
trying-
there is no addition going on, so I'm not subtracting anything.
Is that a
Both
nine or an A?
That's a 9.
Okay.
Multiply.
Okay.
Cross dividing.
Divide.
Yeah, I just simplified. Now,
Divide. 6 divided by 3.
sit down.
They got like terms. Divide.
He'll figure it out later.
I just wish somebody would do that for me when I'm getting this.
Man, bro, thank
You know what I mean?
Thank you for your generosity.
I'm gonna take this 2 and I'm gonna divide both sides by it.
Yes,
Okay.
that's what I said, but I was subtracting.
So when I do that, I get 4.5 equals 2 to the b.
Yeah, then.
This is last night's homework. How do I get b out of there?
Log.
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 Log. So I'm
Can't
gonna
go anymore,
do
just add
log base 2, yes?
Yeah.
When in doubt,
2
throw
to the
it
b equals log base 2
Log
of 4.5. Here it cancels, and it gives you b equals, what do you do with this?
Change your base.
Change your base.
Yeah, that makes sense, you add log.
Log 4.5 over log 2.
You add log to
Okay,
everything.
what does that give me when you would do log 4.5 over log 2?
You add log to everything. It'll be okay.
Log 4.5 divided by log 2. 2.2. Okay, Carly, roughly 2.2. So b is 2.2. What am I gonna do with b?
Plug it.
You gotta plug it in.
Plug
Plug it
it
back in right there to find a, yes?
Yes.
2 over 3 to the 2.2 equals a. So 2 divided by 3 to the 2.2 gives me 0.18, is that correct? 0.18 for a?
Yes.
Okay, 0.18. Now, what do I have to do from there?
You can't see Tim's
Make
head's
the
in the way.
equation, so.
Make the equation, so y equals 0.18 times, x to the 2.2.
Wait, where did, what the?
That's your equation.
Oh, we put the 2 up in the, okay.
So here's the deal, when your b is in the exponent spot,
That's crazy.
you will have to use log.
Okay.
So this is what y'all
When
do.
in
This
Use log.
and this are set up the exact same way, but if the b is in the exponent spot, you have to use log.
And if you ever have
Okay.
the letters Y, A, B, and X, you're always solving for
Okay, one-
A
Yeah.
and B.
One more thing, let me tell you one more thing, okay? We won't do a problem on this because it's just like this right here, except instead of just changing the y, we're changing the x also. That's when I know it's a power.
Wait,
They also will tell you in the instructions. See here,
you do
if
both?
I have a power, yes, you do both. If I have a power function, they'll tell me you need to change ln x and ln y. If the ln x and ln y comes out to be a line, okay, just like it did here, we set up the same type of equation. Instead of it saying x here, what is it gonna say?
Y.
How
No,
about
L, N.
ln x?
Oh, that's just
So then
Y
you have
equals X,
natural,
yeah.
you'll have natural log on both sides already, which means they'll end up canceling out. Do you get what I'm saying?
And the only time we do that is when we have Y equals X.
Correct.
Why does it have to be more powerful if the B is in the X?
Because it's a power function.
I feel like the letter
It's a
B
power.
isn't that
We're
powerful.
doing
It
homework
is.
now.
Excuse me.
I'm sorry.
Okay, your homework is on the board.
I feel like X would be more powerful